Today we're going to take a look at the Dexter 89-inch long Easy Lube 5,200-pound trailer axle with electric brakes and the 6 on 5.5-inch bolt pattern. Now this axle beam will act as part of your trailer suspension system. This will replace an axle on your trailer, and you can fabricate a suspension to fit your application. It is a high-strength steel construction. The axle tubing diameter on this is 3 inches. And this axle is an underslung design, and by that I mean the spring seats here that your leaf springs will mount to. These are welded to the underside of your axle, and that'll give you a nice low ride height that makes it easier to load and unload your trailer. The spring seats and the spindles are all welded onto the axle. Now you might notice here in the center of the axle there's a bend to it. This is what will give you the proper camber angle. Basically, when you install this axle, that bend should face up, and this label right here should face the rear of the trailer. Now if the label happens to be missing, just look where the wires are here for the electric brakes that run through the axle, and those should also face the rear of the trailer. Now having this center portion ride a bit higher and then the sides of the axles are bent lower, it allows the axle to give just enough to compensate for the load in the trailer. So this bend will create a nice zero camber angle for even road to tread contact across the width of your trailer's tires, and it ensures that the angle of the wheels is correct for your towing needs. So the result is a nice excellent straight line acceleration for steady controlled towing. The spindles on this, they are a straight Easy Lube spindle. There's no drop to them. And the Easy Lube design is nice because it has the built-in grease zerk fittings on the end here, and that allows you to put a grease gun on there, and you can pump grease right into the bearings without having to take the hub off or disassemble the hub. Normally when you grease your bearings, you have to take your hub off, take your bearings out, grease them, put it all back together and slide this back on. With the Easy Lube, you can just leave it all on there, put your grease gun in there, pump the grease right in there. Very simple. Now these are electric brakes. They're very easy to install. For this video, we've put it all together just to show you how they look like when they're installed. There's no actuator or hydraulic lines necessary with electric brakes. You have 2 wires coming out the back here. You just connect one to a brake feed, one to a ground. The adjuster plugs, mounting bolts, hardware is all included. And these are cast iron hubs and drums, which are sturdy and durable. The drum size on this, the diameter is 12 inches, the width is 2 inches. Bolt pattern again is 6 on 5.5 inches. Wheel studs are 1/2 inch. And the wheel size that'll fit on this is 14.5 inches up to 16-inch wheels. And as I mentioned, we put this all together. So the inner and outer bearings are all included. They're all on the inside. The bearing races, the grease seals are included. Now the grease caps they come with, the Easy Lube grease caps, which are nice because when you tap those on, you can leave those in and there's a rubber center plug that you just pop out. And with those installed, you pop out that center plug, gives you access to that grease zerk fitting to put your grease gun on there. Now the wheel studs are included, the lug nuts come with it, and even a tube of marine grade wheel bearing grease. This part is made in the USA. Weight capacity again is 5,200 pounds. Now when you do purchase a axle, there's 2 lengths that are critical you have to remember. The hub face to hub face length, and that's measured from the hub face right here where the wheel studs are. If you measure all the way over to the hub face on that side, this will measure 89 inches. And the other one is the spring center to spring center length. If you take the spring seat here, the center of the spring seat, measure across to the center of the spring seat over there, so we use 74 inches on this axle. That's roughly the trailer width also. But that should do it for the review on the Dexter 89-inch long Easy Lube 5,200-pound trailer axle with electric brakes and the 6 on 5.5-inch bolt pattern.